So we are going to be looking at using Pixlr text effects in your video edits. So for this first edit, I used what we learned in lesson 1, the gradient effect. So after I created the text, I used the raster size to turn the text layer into an image layer, and then I was able to select the pixels and I used the gradient on the words. As it was hard to see the text, I put the plain white background in, and I'll show you how to do that at the end of the video. In this particular effect, I used lesson 4. Again, I used the gradient fill on the background. Then I raster sized the text to turn it into an image layer. I selected the pixels for the text when I was in the text layer. Then I clicked onto the background layer and I hit backspace, which deleted all of the words. The next effect is like the first one. It's a simple gradient fill, but it gives it a little extra than what we do just with the text effects that WeVideo has. And this last effect I used just like the second, except this was the first one I made. I made the text white, and once I was done creating the text, I merged the text layer down with the background so it became one image. And then I just used the wand select tool, which is that little dropper one, and I removed the white. And I kind of like how this particular font has little splotches of the color. The next thing I did was I had a little fun with the flare. I just literally downloaded the flare and I uploaded it into Pixlr, and I was having fun with Santo's head here, with the flare image. So the next thing I used was I put that glitter on top. You could put any image on top and bring the opacity down. You could also make effects in Pixlr like we did for the other one, and then just download them and pop them in here. So as I promised, I'm going to show you how to put that background behind the words, the text in WeVideo, to help you see the words a little better. So as you can see, I got the text. It was that gradient fill, and it's really kind of hard to see here. So what I did, the first thing I did was create a new track, and I dropped that track so it is below the text effects. Then I went up to backgrounds and I chose a color I thought would work. And in this case, I felt white would look the best. So I pulled that down below the text. I stretched it out so it was the same length as the text, although, depending on what you're doing, you might want it to be longer. Then I went ahead and edited it, and then I dropped back the opacity so it would be semi-transparent so you could see through it. Now, in the process of trying to size it smaller, really stayed in that same shape. So I decided I would crop it because I wanted it to be smaller and just be a box behind it. So when I clicked on the crop, you can see here I am moving the horizontal, the side, cropping the sides using the slide bar at the top. And then I brought the top and the bottom up and down a little bit to make it fit nicely around my text. So when I can look at it, it makes the words really pop. They're a lot easier to read, but you can still see the video that's playing behind it.